I am once again here in Busan. I'm gonna grab a coffee first, but I'm in Busan because I have something very cool today. It's not really about booze, but bear with me. I'm going to go to one of the oldest restaurants in the entire country. Let's grab a coffee first quickly and then we'll go to the restaurant. Busan is good. It's funny that that's here because this is the neighborhood where I got accosted by a prostitute and I had to say no 3 times before she fucked off. Here's the cafe. It's an old hospital. Damn, in 1927 it was built as the first privately owned hospital in Busan. And then in 1932 it turned into a Chinese restaurant. And then it turned into a dormitory for Japanese soldiers during the occupation. And then it turned into the public safety office for the government of Busan. And it was also a... what does it say? It was the Chinese embassy at one point too. And then in the 70s it became kind of sectioned up into different parts. And today one of them is a cafe, so let's go inside. I should also note that this cafe is like a stone's throw from Busan Station. I've been to Busan about 7 times in the last year. And I had no idea this was here. So, I got those Mayfair beans. It's a blend of Honduras and Ethiopian beans. Ooh, very subtle on the beginning. There's a bit of earthiness and grassiness to it, very minimal. Clean, like the sign says though. There's no aftertaste to this. Although on the end, but yeah, there's no stickiness, there's no huge hit. It's quite subtle. With Ethiopian, you always run the risk of getting too much acidity. Very low in here. I don't know the balance of Honduras to Ethiopian. It could be 70-30 in favor of Honduras, right? You're not going to get a lot of that acidity from an Ethiopian bean. Yeah, there's like a mild acidity, a bit citrusy. But again, super low. I didn't get the other one because I do love the roasted and chocolate notes, but if I just get any regular coffee from any regular cafe, that roasted, not bitter, but that burnt roastedness is going to come through anyway. So if I get a chance at somewhere to pick 2 different beans and there's something a bit more interesting, especially if it says floral on it, boom. You know, I get like a more roasted bean from the place in Cheonan to eat at school, to drink at school, just because I want something a bit more affordable. I'm drinking it 5 times a week, right? That's very much a standard roasted, dark, without going too dark, coffee. So again, when I'm out and I'm spending like 5 something on a coffee, I do want something that's a bit more interesting. This is really clean, which is impressing me. That said, I do wish there was a bit more oomph to this. So I won't complain that it's not good, but I wish there was a little bit more on my tongue that was happening. A little more floral and maybe a bit more acidity. But yeah, not bad. I came here, coffee's almost secondary at this point. I read the SRT magazine on the train and it mentioned this cafe and I saw the picture from the outside and I was like, damn, it's pretty nice. And I looked it up on the map and I was like, it's literally 160 meters from Busan Station. Maybe you can tell this is a hospital. Look at the tiles. These are ancient. Really cool. This building's almost 100 years old. Almost, just shy. You guys know I love stuff like this. So, I'm going to the restaurant. I've never been here. Jesus. I've never been here. And to this neighborhood too, but I looked at the map. I know where I'm going. So this restaurant started in 1919. It's called Neho Naengmyeon. So in 1919 they started in Hamhung, which is in North Korea. And then during the war they fled down to Busan. It's called the Hamhung evacuation, I think it was called. Anyway, a lot of people from there apparently got evacuated down here. And they had a restaurant up there. They came down here. They sold snacks to kind of raise funds to keep the restaurant going. And so in 1953, which is insane because they're in the same location. A lot of people might complain like, oh, it's not the original building. Well, you wouldn't say Samsung isn't an old company because they have a building in Gangnam instead of that old rundown shack in Daegu, right? It's still the same business. So, yeah. And they apparently, this word is, that this is the restaurant that invented Milmyeon, meal being wheat, myeon being noodles. It's a local Busan dish. Purportedly This restaurant invented that dish. So basically in the aftermath of the Korean War, a lot of UN aid and US aid was coming in. There was a lot of wheat coming in from the US. And so instead of using traditional ingredients for noodles here, they used wheat. And that was what led to Milmyeon being created, which is a local dish here. So apparently this is 4th generation restaurant, which is just insane. It's 4th generation, and they use purportedly 70% wheat, 30% sweet potato flour in their noodles. So let's get there and we'll see what happens at the restaurant. These alleys are like so narrow. Like the video doesn't do it justice. They're so narrow. I adore the fact that the restaurant is up here. Jesus. I have a special guest too. You've met him before, so let's go meet him. Alright, Mark's not here, but I got my yuksu. Hot, salty, brothy, meaty water. There he is.
Hi.
Mark, what are you doing to your meal?
I'm pouring some vinegar on it. And some, it's not Dijon, but it's mustard at least.
And so that's the Milmyeon, yeah, and I got the bibim one.
You can just call it naengmyeon, I guess. So.
No,
Oh,
naengmyeon is buckwheat
damn it,
noodles.
damn it. Okay,
Different
I'm
noodles.
sorry. I'm sorry, Busan.
So, for proper cold noodle etiquette, scissors in. Now, some people like to cut it a lot. I like to do it 1, 2, 3 into quarters, right? You don't want the noodles to be like 2 feet long, but you also don't want like little, because then they're hard to pick up with chopsticks, right? So, this is a North Korean style via Busan. Well, I suppose this was invented here, so we'll call it a Busan dish, but originating in Hamhung. Hamhung has their own style of naengmyeon too, so I'm not super familiar with North Korean noodles. You'll have to ask Austin from Eating What Is Given about that. He loves that stuff. But sometimes it's risky getting this. They overcook it. With some people with pasta, you want a little bit of softness. With a cold noodle, you don't want it to fall apart. This has a really nice firmness. It's cooked perfectly. The sauce is just sweet enough. The heat builds really slowly. It's actually really nice. And like I said before, this is purportedly 70% wheat, 30% sweet potato flour in the noodle. That's really nice. I like really spicy stuff. The sweetness and the spice is like so balanced here. It's actually just really pleasant. But I'm not getting any spice from it, but that's okay.
Maybe they gave you the foreigner version.
Just throw a little apple juice in.
He looks very white, so be careful.
Hey, get the color grade scale out here. Yeah.
Oh, I need to cut mine too.
How big are you with naengmyeon or Milmyeon or cold noodles, Mark?
Not so big
stuff.
actually.
Not so big?
No, my wife loves them. Like especially after barbecue, she wants the last pieces of meat she wants to eat with naengmyeon, preferably. So I gave her some flack about that, but it's okay. But I was excited to try these ones today, since it's the oldest restaurant in Busan. So.
Yeah, 105 years.
And the weather's still hot, so some of this would be preferred on a day like this, I guess.
I wouldn't be coming here in December.
Let's see. Mine are very wet, as you can see.
Yeah, yours is quite a different style. Yeah, your noodles aren't going to be as coated in that baking sauce.
But it's very refreshing, at least. The taste is good. Yeah, it's not spicy. Noodles are still very chewy, not mushy at all. So. Yeah, that's really refreshing. I can feel my body cooling down right away.
What's the Dutch equivalent of naengmyeon?
We will probably just invade your country, steal it, and call it naengmyeon or something.
Rare opportunity where the people at this table are not here. So, Mark, thoughts on the Milmyeon? Pretty good?
It was Milmyeon.
That's what I say about Solongtang. How was the Solongtang?
It was good. It was
Yes.
tasty, flavorful. I'm happy they've been doing well for so long, but it's Milmyeon, so yeah.
Yes, this was very much an experience of coming to a restaurant that is 105 years old. So, yeah, that was the main part of this. Say goodbye.
Oh.
Or any last
I wanted
words?
to say something.
Sorry, continue. Yeah.
I've been living in Busan for almost 5 years now, and it's the first time I've been here, so it's quite a nice experience. See something new in my own city. So, yeah, thank you for taking me.
You're very welcome.